Hey everyone, it's Jordan, and today I'm having another round of Ticket to Read. So Ticket to Read is my TBR game that I play every month that's based on Ticket to Ride, and I draw 3 ticket cards and then 4 train cards to pick what books to put in my TBR. If you haven't watched any of the videos or just new to this video, I'll link the playlist in the corner so you guys don't miss anything and all the rules, etc. Let's see how I did in June. So these were the books that I was supposed to read in June. So I'm currently reading The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. I'm only 70 pages in, but I hope to finish this by the end of the month. I'm filming this on the 19th of June because of all the craziness going on on the next few weeks, because I'm getting married in July, and surprisingly June was a really good rain month for me, despite all my busy schedule for my wedding. So I basically have these 4 left. I know I probably won't read any of them except for Spider-Man because it's a comic book. I will read this really quickly, so I will get this done in June. And like I said in previous videos, I'm not doing punishments for my TBR game anymore because I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. So instead of punishing myself, I will decide whether or not I will roll over the books that I haven't gotten to if I choose to do so. So for July, I'm expecting to read at least 1 book from all the books I selected from this pile, just because it's my wedding month and I'm getting married at the end of July. So I do hope to read at least 1 book and listen to audiobooks. That's been helping me a lot, and I just really hope to read at least 1 book for July. And yeah, just because of all the craziness going on, and I'm just really excited that I'm going to be married at the end of July. I'm just really excited about it. But like I said, my goal for July is to read at least 1 book, because that would make me happy if I complete 1 book for July. And of course, like I said, everything's been crazy right now, but I'm just excited either way. But let's get to my first draw. Also, I forgot to mention that Ticket to Read, this is now my 2-year anniversary of playing Ticket to Read, and I'm just excited that I've been doing this for 2 years. But yeah, let's get to the first draw. So these were the ticket cards that were picked for last month. And these were the train cards that were picked for last month. So surprisingly, June was a better reading month for me. I ended up reading, I've read 3 books plus the one that I'm currently reading, and so technically it would be 4 at this point, but like I said in the beginning of this video, this is pre-filmed, so I do have about 10 days left in the month, but I'm still gonna fill out the trains. And these are the rest of the train pieces that I have. So I'm just gonna place them on 4 space, maybe right over here. So I technically completed the longest route. Usually I reward myself with a book, but that won't be happening until after all the weddings stuff, like I mentioned. So most likely I will reward myself after that. So the first ticket card that I have here is debut. So the first card that I have here is debut, meaning a debut book or author. And the book that I picked for this is actually a debut, which is probably surprising to some people, which is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I've been have this on my TBR for a very long time, and I still haven't picked it up. I know it's a very popular YA book series, and it's about a girl who's an assassin, and she's trained to become the king's assassin, I think. I don't know, but like I said, it's a very popular YA fantasy series, and I know it's been really hyped up on BookTube for a long time before the series finally end up finished. And I still want to give this series a try because I've heard nothing but good things about Sarah J. Maas's work, especially her adult fantasy series. So the Court of Thorns and Roses series, which I also want to try. So yeah, I do want to start off with her debut novel, and hopefully I end up really enjoying it. And the next ticket card that I have here is, a map. And the next ticket card that I have here is a map, which means a book with a map in it. And the book that I picked for this is Soul of Sword by Julie Kagawa, which I'll show you, and I did check because I do want to read this, and it does have a map. So yeah, this beautiful map right here. This is a sequel to Shadow of the Fox. If you haven't read Shadow of the Fox, it's about a girl who is a half demon, and she's on a quest to find the scroll, and then she teams up with a samurai, and that's pretty much just the premise that I remember from reading Shadow of the Fox. And this is the second book, and I do really enjoy the first book so much that I want to continue on with the series, and I really hope that I do, just because I really like the world and I really like the characters. So yeah, it is definitely one of the sequels that's been on my TBR for a very long time, and hopefully I'll end up continuing on with this series instead of holding off on doing that. And the last ticket card that I have here is, TBR jar. So the last ticket card that I have here is TBR jar, which means I get to draw a book from one of my TBR jars. I have 2 here. They're not in particular order or anything like that. I just put all the books, some of the books that I have on my TBR in these little jars. I picked from this jar last time, so I'm going to pick out this one. So let's see what book that I draw from it. Okay. So let's see what book this one is. A River of Royal Blood, which is right here, actually. So let me get this out. Okay. So this is basically a YA fantasy series about 2 sisters who are fighting over the kingdom, and that's all I know about it. I've heard nothing but good things about it since it came out, and yeah, I really like books about sisterhood, and this reminds me of Three Dark Crowns a bit, and I know the sequel just came out last year, I believe, and I really like this cover. I really don't like the cover change, that's why I got the hardcover of it, because I like this more than the other one, to be honest. But other than that, I'm really excited to pick this up whenever I can. And the first trading card that I have here is, green for middle grade. So the first trading card that I have here is green, which means middle grade. And the middle grade book that I picked for this one is the second book in the School of Good and Evil series, A World Without Princes by Saman Shinani. If you haven't read the School of Good and Evil, it's about two girls who are best friends. One's good, one is evil, and then they go to the school, but one of them ends up, the good ends up going into evil, and then vice versa. And I really love the first book so much that I want to continue on with the series, and I actually like the old covers more, so that's why I'm trying to pick the first 3 books at least thrifted, and then the others in the new covers, just because I really don't care as long as I get the first 3 books in the old cover, because I really don't like the new cover, to be honest. But I'm still really excited to continue on with the series because I really enjoyed it so much. And the next trading card that I have is, red for the adult. And the next trading card that I have here is red, which means an adult. And the book that I picked for this is Beach Read by Emily Henry. It's about 2 authors who are in a writer's block, so they decided to end up writing each other's genres. Like, one writes romance, the other one writes general fiction, so they decided to do the opposite of their usual, so they end up writing, and I heard nothing but good things about it. And I heard this is also has sad parts of the story, I think, from what I've heard. But either way, I still want to give this a try because I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I know I have the People We Met on Vacation by her, and I know she got one that just came out that's called Book Lovers, which I do want to read, but I want to read one of this or the other one first. But most likely I want to prioritize this one just because I'm really excited about it, and plus I still want to be an author, and I like reading books about people writing a book or any bookish things. So yeah, I'm just excited to pick this up, and plus with the summertime, this is a perfect book to read, even though I think it's a book to read any time of the year, in my opinion. And the next train card that I have is, oh, another middle grade. And the next train card is another green, and like I said, it's for middle grade. And another middle grade book that I picked is The Land of Stories, The Wishing Spell by Colfer. It's about two kids whose grandmother gave them a book of fairy tales, and then they end up transported into the book. That's all I know about it. I know this is a very popular middle grade series, and I know they had a spin-off series recently, so I definitely want to give this a try. This is also a middle grade book that's been on my shelves for a long time, so I definitely want to pick this up, and I'm just really excited to pick it up, even though it's like a little chunky middle grade, but I do like a book about fairy tales, or just a bookish book in general, so yeah, hopefully it's going to be one of the ones that I'll enjoy, and this also has a beautiful cover as well. And the last train card that I have here is, oh, wild card, perfect! And the last card that I have here is a wild card, which means I get to pick any book that I want, and the book that I picked for this is The Shadow Between Us by Trisha, Levin seller. This is, I think it has a sequel now, so it's no longer a standalone, but anyways, it's about a girl who's planning on marrying the Shadow King and take over the kingdom, but then someone else is also going after the Shadow King as well, and that's all I know about it. She's one of my favorite authors. I've read the Daughter of a Pirate King duology, which is one of my favorite duologies, and Warrior of the Wild, which I also really enjoyed, so I definitely want to pick this up, and because of that, I know I have Blade of Secrets, and that sequel just came out this year, but I do want to read her books in publication order. I know it's weird, but I do really want to pick this up because I know this is a 5-star prediction of mine, and I do hope it is a 5-star for me. So these are the books that I selected for July. Like I said, I don't expect to read all of these in July because of my wedding going on at the end of the month. So I do expect to finish at least one book because that's my goal for July. So yeah, either way, I'm really excited about this selection of books that I have here. So that's all the books that this round of Ticket to Read. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you're planning on reading in July. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you know if I ever post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!